What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest installment of the Contras Report. It's been a while since I've done this. I've been featuring the Contras Report as part of the Houston Freethinkers newscast, which comes out every Friday, 7 p.m. on our HFT YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. But this is a special Contras Report. I want to address a couple of things that are coming up this week for me and for the Houston Freethinkers. This Saturday, 4/20, I will be speaking at the Anarchy and NYC event in New York City. I'll be speaking at 6:15 p.m. right before Stefan Molyneux. It's pretty exciting. I'm thrilled to go there. I'm going to be bringing a message of agorism, spirituality, anarchy, and I think something unique that you might not have heard. So check that out. I believe it's going to be live streamed. You can see that. And while we're in New York, we're going to be investigating a couple of stories that haven't been getting much attention. One that is just developing and one that's been going on for the past month or so. Some of you may remember the name Kimani Gray. Kimani Gray was a 16-year-old who was murdered by the NYPD last month on March 9th in the East Flatbush neighborhood of Brooklyn. Now, the killing of Kimani Gray was highly controversial. Of course, the police say that they believed he had a gun. They said they found a gun on him, that he pulled a gun, and they shot him. He died later at a hospital. His family and friends say that he didn't own a gun. He was not a gang member, as the police allege. And so riots broke out throughout Brooklyn. There was anarchists, communists, anti-stop and frisk activists, community members, family members, all coming together for days, just marching through the streets, and this led to violence, this led to arrests. There's also pictures on Twitter of the NYPD having the LRAD sound cannon briefcase, which is a smaller version that you may have seen at some protests. So the situation is getting pretty hectic out there. And the last reports I can see on it were about 2 weeks ago from therealnews.com. And so we are going to go there. We're going to see what we can find. We're going to go to the neighborhood. So if you know anyone out there who is involved in this, who maybe has heard some details, please, put us in touch with them. We're going to go see what we can, because it's the job of us to go find out what's really happening. And while we're out there, we're also going to take a trip down to Boston, catch a train down there. Now, I'm sure you've heard by now that there have been bombs that went off today in Boston, multiple bombs. There are at least 12 people dead, and I heard 50 injured. And we'll see how the situation develops. Basically, what they're saying now is that a Saudi national has been apprehended. They're not discussing any further details. There were reports that the media was being pushed out and we're not allowed to continue filming and documenting what's happening there. So we're going to go straight there to the scene where this marathon was being held, where there were reports of a drill taking place where they were actually self-detonating a bomb. So we're going to see what details we can find. Is this a false flag event that is going to be used to further push to take away your freedoms, or is this just the case of real terrorists, not just the terrorists in our government? We'll find out. We're going to let you guys know. So if you have any details, any support for that, please send me an email at dbros@thehoustonfreethinkers.com. Please share this video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at dbros, live free. And as always, if you can hear this, you are the resistance.